What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kiwi, aka Keely. Welcome back to my channel for those returning subscribers. If you're new here, you already know what to do. And while you're at it, I need you to subscribe to my homies. We got the nuclear reactors and part of the super reactors. So we're gonna let them do some intros. We'll start with our guest here, Joel.
Super nuclear reactors.
Yeah.
We're here to fly from the high side. Check me out on the Joel Show. And I am glad to be here. It's been a fun night of reactions.
Hell yeah.
We're happy to have you here, buddy.
It's been so fun. Look at this smile. That's a real smile.
That makes you think it's a fake smile. You say it's a real smile.
It's totally real.
What is up, y'all? My name is Derek, the designer, though. I have a real smile, and I created Street Champs a few years ago. We do music reactions, music podcasting, music interviews, music videos, all kinds of stuff with music. Go check it out. You will find something you love, I promise.
Clock it. He got the new Street Champs merch on. We should have repped that earlier more on the live, low key, but we got it next week.
It was the first thing I said on live.
Well, I mean, yeah, but we should have like promoted it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Flexed it up, modeled
yeah,
it.
flexed it. Yeah, give you a runway. We good. Yeah, we got to do a whole fashion show next time. No, just kidding. All right, Louis.
What's cracking, everybody? My name is Louis. My channel is either 18 listens or Louis listens, depending on what you see down there. Doesn't matter. You click on it, you'll enter the Louis verse, and I've got from K-pop to P-pop to A-pop. Come on.
A-pop.
American.
A
USA.
pop just to us, because
Just
we're
pop,
American. But yes, today we are going to be checking out some K-pop. All right, I've been dying to listen to this. My coworker came up to me like a day after it dropped and was like, "Girl, have you heard it yet?" And I was like, "No." And I was like, "It's because sometimes we be reacting, so I don't want to like ruin it and react to it, like just watch it for funsies," which I wanted to do. So I'm glad we're reacting to it.
The sacrifices you make as a reactor.
Exactly.
Exactly. You're braver than all the Marines combined.
For real. Now that I'm more like solo streaming setup, more like finalized, I'm definitely going to be doing more solo reactions so I could get more, on it fresh too. So, but I'm glad we're all watching this for the first time. Have you heard of Stray Kids, Joel? I'm pretty sure you have.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Damn right.
I was at the little Korean shop. They had all the Stray Kids snacks.
Ah, yes.
So actually, those are them right there, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, that's Jin. We
That's
have.
BTS.
There was some Stray
Yeah,
Kids
it's up
ones.
there in the corner by the BTS
They're
light
actually
stick.
really
Bang
good,
bomb.
too. Those snacks are hella fire.
I love it. I love the strawberry. That one's my favorite. But they have so many different flavors. I didn't realize that I still need to have a more palette of Pepperos, I think is what, or Pocky,
other than the snacks,
know
though,
it by.
I mean, they were definitely putting out bangers. That's for sure.
Look at them.
Bang, bang. There
So
it is.
cute. But yes, I'm excited for this new Stray Kids. This literally came out 8 days ago. I think it said June 23rd. It's number 4 music trending chart.
Okay.
33 million. And it's called Run It. It literally just went up while we watched it.
Number 4. Wow. That's crazy.
Right?
Run it.
Yeah, and I have a Stray Kids playlist where you could see all the other Stray Kids music reaction videos and stuff we checked out too. I think this is Joel's like second, third time maybe on my channel too, so definitely go peep the description for everyone, y'all.
Let's go.
Let's get it. I'm excited. I hope it's not muted.
Run it.
There we go.
Okay.
Give me some room for my bows, Joel.
Marching.
Some yin and yang going on,
Gives
or
me
what?
some I'll make a man out of you.
Okay. Ooh, Chan, starting with the man himself.
Caption?
Nice.
JYP on it. Youngin.
Wow, that was sick.
Han. Hey.
Hey, that footwork.
Hey.
Damn.
That's a good pause right
Yeah,
there
that's like
before they start
that's like
spitting.
some war music right there. It's
I
like,
was
that's how
thinking
you get out
that.
to war singing that type of shit.
It's like the house scene going against the EDM scene right there.
Right, I was like, damn, they need to get them on the World Cup. Like,
These
soundtrack
videos are
Yeah.
becoming more and more cinematic. I felt like I was watching 300 or something right now. You know?
Yeah.
Straight up.
But the World Cup, that's a great point right there. This sounds like it would be a World Cup.
Yeah,
anthem.
right off the
Yeah.
bat, I was
Yeah.
like, bruh, if you, yeah, like with it going on, I just thought that obviously it's not World Cup related, but it's, I feel that. I feel
yeah,
that.
like the
it gives
chant is
that
like,
power.
Ole, ole, ole,
Yeah.
ole. Yeah, that's
Well,
that's the chant.
it's a march, and marches are traditionally militaristic. And that's why at the beginning I was like, it gave me "I'll make a man out of you" because with that
Yes.
march sound, it was very much like preparing for the Huns to invade.
Yes.
I love their intensity, man. This group, like, this is like the next, like, well, like if I was gonna claim another fandom, this is the freaking close because
Stay.
they're so
Facts.
powerful. Like they have so much energy and their movement and just very intense energy every time, all the time. They're always on.
Intense is like the perfect word, I think.
Very intense, yeah.
Because I feel like that works for both genres too. Even when they do their like slower stuff or their hip hop stuff, like intense. This is like, I don't know. I'm interested to see where more it's gonna go because it is very March like, and I'm kind of used to more their like EDM electronic kind of sound. Like
I mean, it has the background of the,
it does.
of the repetitive like drum.
That's why I'm like I'm curious with the spit when they're gonna spit here. I'm like,
And
oof.
I mean, we've talked about different versions of the song. This is definitely one of those songs that could become an EDM type
True.
song or
Yeah,
dubstep
just change
type
the mix.
song. Exactly.
They-
Because it has that anthem vibe.
Yeah, and that sounds something like they would totally do because we've watched some of their award performances where they even took songs that
Oh,
were already
yeah.
kind of heavy electronic and made them even more like EDM or more like hip hop focused. So I could definitely see them
Oh,
doing
for
that.
sure.
I think the future of music is definitely going, more less towards vocals, more towards just sounds and stuff. It's just how humans are going to evolve. I mean, I don't know if you believe like, I don't know, like literature and media and stuff. It's just we're gonna evolve from emotions, and stuff like that. If we're one day gonna join our alien brothers in space, like we have to go further than just feelings.
No wrong. You're not wrong.
Electronic language.
Exactly.
It's
And
like
I-
R2D2 in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I also feel like that's why I've always loved Stray Kids and like respect them because I feel like they really did bring this new wave of music, this popular sound. Like obviously there are other groups doing it. I'm not, taking their crown, but I feel like Stray Kids is one of the ones that really pushed it and put it on the map and made other people want to start doing a sound like that too, So I've always, held them up to a respect and standard, I guess, because they have kind of started that movement. So this is kind of like I'm digging the different vibe to this. It's still definitely them, but it's definitely a lot more energetic, like you said, March vibe, chant, like World Cup. I feel like put it on the World Cup, bro.
Yeah,
like
totally, bro.
Yeah, for real.
And they're one of those bands that definitely crossed over and made an impact, what I
Yeah,
mean, here
exactly.
in the American culture also.
exactly. I feel like now I could show so many groups, but when it was a little more like hush hush, with K-pop, I feel like Stray Kids is definitely one of those groups I would show people and they wouldn't necessarily know it's a K-pop song. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because some people just look at it different.
You gotta like
know?
sneak it in like it's like medicine for kids. You gotta like put it
No,
behind a soda can.
straight up.
No,
and
this is Coca-Cola. I swear, it's like,
yeah, and then they have their little
BTS.
rap group too. So they they have street cred. They got street
I
cred.
like their rap shit for sure.
Hell yeah. But yeah, let's get back into it. I'm excited to hear them spit because it looks like we got some rappers coming up.
Oh,
oh, that was trippy.
Felix.
I love this instrumental here. Hyunjin.
고난과 역경이 drain me, feel me.
Oh.
damn.
챙겨 그 많은 부분 전부 take it. 안개는 게 여태까지 그래왔던 것처럼 we're gonna make it. All my life I've been fighting.
Whoa.
That's dope.
Oh, this time I ain't looking back. I won't collapse. Head high right now we go. Oh, oh, oh.
Hey.
Running everywhere, all around the world.
There's Changbin. I was like, where Beanie at? Where he at?
It's another day coming on the way.
yin and yang.
Yeah, black and the white.
Yeah. The second they showed that shit.
If you feel it, hands up, 저 하늘 향해서.
This makes you want to jump.
Right?
Well, then jump.
Get it. Get it.
Oh,
Hey, hey, hey,
oh,
hey.
oh, Han spin. There they spin. Oh.
That's dope. I like that.
Damn, they were
Bars.
spin. Holy shit.
I don't know if it's just yin and yang.
Run.
It kind of looks like the shell there too, a little bit.
Forward.
The circle.
Well, I mean, yin and yang is just it's just like a conversation or placeholder for the dichotomy of good and bad
They always include it.
Light
I
and
love
dark.
it.
in all of life. You know, and like saying like either you want it or you don't want it, or like you're gonna go get it or you're not gonna go get it. You know, there's like it's like a devil and an angel in every situation.
Well, yeah, it shows the balance of good and
I was
evil.
gonna
There's a
say,
little bit of
it's
good
the
in the evil.
balance.
There's a little bit of
Exactly.
bad. Like there's a little bit of bad in the good.
And Stray Kids found the balance. Oh my gosh, CZ.
Not everyone can run it, and that's
Oh.
you know that's what makes running it
She
even
was
more
like,
sweet.
Dad.
Like
Yeah.
if everyone ran it, like you know, like they're saying, then it wouldn't matter. But fucking, you know, they're doing the different. They're doing something different, and that's what makes them superstars.
Right, we were
And
just. Go ahead.
with anyone or in any given sense. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say we were just talking about that. How like they kind of like they put themselves on the map, and how they like they said from Seoul to the world, and that's kind of what we were saying. Like they created a sound and went overseas with it, and now they're globally known. So it's kind of crazy that that's kind of what they were talking about in the song. You know, like they the shit,
Yeah,
and
and
they
I'm sure
know
that-
it, and they even said this right here is why, like we're on the map. Like this is why we're it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure like and that's the white, and you know, and the black within this conversation is I'm sure they've wanted to give up so many fucking times, or there's so many people around them that they thought were their friends that are just like, dude, like these guys around you could just go solo. You know, you don't why you got to work with them? And there's so many people in their ear. So yeah, I fuck with this song, man. Stray Kids, you gotta. I always like Stray Kids, but I definitely like this one for sure. This is in my top 5.
I mean, when you've been around for so long, you know, you gotta keep outdoing yourself. You know what I mean? And it gets to the point where you start creating these anthems, these iconic songs, to where right now we're, you know, gigging to it, but 10 years, is it gonna still be around? Is it gonna stand the test of time? And this is a song that can. You know what I mean? Like we talked about it being played at events like World Cups. This could be something that's played consistently to kind of represent some kind of iconic event. So, I mean, they're on the right path. They're definitely doing it right. Cinematic, the dancing, the choreo, everything that they put into this. It's hard work, a lot of effort. This isn't just accidental. You know what I
Go
mean?
back to
Oh,
the
look,
rap.
the beginning. It's the two wolves. It's that.
I
It's that
noticed
metaphor.
that.
It's the two wolves. Who do you feed with? There's two wolves within
And-
everybody, and so who do you feed? That's what they're.
And that makes sense. I know they
metaphors
all
for.
kind of have little characters too, and I think one of them's a wolf. I don't know. I kind of want to go back to where they were spitting, low-key, because they were going back and forth really fast. I was not ready. Let me turn the sound back on. Forewarning. Moment's proof we made it. Hey. Yeah, that was like literally took the words out of our mouth.
Yeah, I like when he like sped up the flow around when he said our feet start sinking. So like he's just like saying all the hard work is coming together, and like everybody's individual hard work is creating something that's really big that's never really going to stop until they've reached what they want. So nothing's really going to stop them until they get there. So that's that's their power. Like they have no limit, and they're just gonna have to. And it's like what you said. It's like, how do you keep breaking and beating yourself every single time? Like every time I put out something, it has to be bigger than the last time, and that's what they feel like. They feel that same pressure of every time we drop something, it has to be bigger than the last. And then they're also saying that we can do it because of our individual skills coming together and building something bigger than ourselves.
100%. I
beautiful.
agree.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that was well put.
It is a lot of pressure too. I mean,
There's a lot of pressure.
It is,
people
especially with how
pulling
big
you
they are.
all over the place.
Well, it's
like
such a
you were saying.
competitive. It's such a competitive scene, man. Like you're dealing with BTS and you're dealing with Blackpink and you're competing with Cat's Eye and you're competing with you're competing with XG. You're competing with now a bunch of P-pop groups that are coming in. You know, and like
But then being part of JYP is also going to help boost.
I was gonna
True.
say they are. That's also, you know, pro and con, because they're part of, like, I don't know what it's not really the big three now. Like Big Hit and Hype just kind of like fucked everything up. But they just were like, we're gonna make a bunch of groups. But I feel like JYP, like, I forget what I was gonna say with that. Low key, I lost my train of thought.
JYP has some really, really, really good producers behind them and mixers and
Exactly.
engineers.
And you see it, you hear it. You know what I mean? Look how iconic that song was. You know what I mean?
I
That's
think-
what they want to do is boost that.
And to boost it, I think they all know the collaboration is more valuable than competition. You know, maybe we won't see like all these groups come together, but we just saw La Seraphim, Cat's Eye, and Illit.
Yeah,
all
I mean,
drop like that. At that once the
Feats-
guys do it,
feats have always existed. It's just when it comes to Grammy time, when it comes to Mama Awards, when it comes to Korean Awards, when it comes to, there's only one award, and so it's a lot of your success in these groups depends on your achievements, and you know, there's always pressure for you to go and achieve something. And
You
if
want
you
that
don't,
recognition. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Well, they
Yeah.
worked hard for it.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was literally just talking about how they're part of, like, the competing labels. Like, that's pressure itself, you know? Like, even though, yeah, JYP obviously one of the top labels, like, there's, like you're saying, there's so many other bigger groups now that you have to compete of. It's not even just thinking of the big three or whatever, you know, it was back in the day. Now it's literally like a global thing. Everyone is now trying to create these, like, groups, you know? And like I said, Stray Kids just has the sound that they just created, and it's what's made them so different and made them, like, put themselves on the map. So I'm just so proud to see how far they came, and this song just kind of showed like the respect, you know, with the chants and like the story in the MV itself, you know.
And then just the growth, you know what I mean? And low key, the way it was all set up, it's like we're at war.
Yeah.
We're fighting with all these other great artists to create a song that's going to be remembered and stand the test of time, which is what you want.
Right? And ourselves.
I don't even
They're at war with
I-
themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I think that's where the song is likely heading to. You guys just disregarded what I just
True.
fucking completely said about competition and collaboration. Fucking, they're not competing with other people. They're competing with themselves
True.
and trying to balance happiness and success. You know, that's where you're gonna find the real, like, wealth. Fuck being number one, man. Are you number one in here,
Run it.
up there, and in here?
Run it.
That's yeah. You know, that's what I think number one is.
I think there's so many groups that don't have the ability to make it to number one that when you are a group that can make it, it's just a different feeling. Because the Stays have pushed Stray Kids to the top of many things with just their overwhelming voting power, and they're a force of nature. So I don't know. It's just, you know, there's just a certain amount of pressure. You know, JYP has to succeed, and if JYP has to succeed, then their groups have to succeed with whoever they're gonna. Because you think about it, they're just a bunch of little generals. All these platforms, and all their groups are like little soldiers in there. So when this group comes and drops, well, the other general and the other label is going to say, well, this group now has to drop, and it has to sound just enough like this and just a little bit better, so that we can still, you know. And it's such a strategic chess game up there. You know, they're not necessarily competing with everybody else as far as like in their heart, but like the labels are competing, and they are using them as pieces against each other.
I feel like it's all of the above. I feel like we run in it all, and that's why Stray Kids is here claiming their righteous seat, their victory, because they have been behind the scenes doing the producing. Like Chan literally does a lot of the producing behind the scenes, and you know they deserve all that recognition that they put into it. It's not that, you know, like the labels definitely have a say in it, but I feel like that's what makes Stray Kids stand out, and that's something that we see a lot of new groups making them stand out, like Longshot and what's the other one, Cordis, you know, because they're so young and they're doing all this shit themselves. And you know, I'm you know, hats off to all of them. So I feel like we should just run it all, bro, for the fandoms, for the label, and most importantly for themselves. You know, like they're saying, they're going through all these different trials, and they're just keep trying to run it, and now they're globally known. They're like, damn, this moment right here, this is how you know we made it.
I like that.
Hats off.
Yeah, they had a pretty big year last year, so they are hitting that global high right now.
Right, and you know there is pressure, especially because they are probably one of the most, you know, lit groups out of the label, so it does put some pressure on them. But I feel like, you know, they've definitely claimed their seat. You know what I'm saying? They claimed their seat the moment they won Road to Kingdom, or I forget what this. There was like two parts of that: Road to Kingdom, and then there was like the Kingdom or whatever.
Kingdom to Kingdom.
Yeah.
Road to the Kingdom.
There's Road to Kingdom, and then there was already the Kingdom, and you win it. But yeah, so hats off to Stray Kids. They're one of my favorite groups. So when I saw they dropped, I was so excited to watch it. So I'm glad we finally were able to. I know most of us are stays. This is a playlist ad for all y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
The more and more I listen to them, the more and more I like them. They're just one of those bands. Like I said, they keep growing, they keep getting better, and I'm here for it.
It's
Hell
a group
yeah.
I haven't heard a really bad.
Run
I've
it.
never heard a bad song. Yeah.
Hell yeah, run it. And run it to World Cup, bruh. You need Stray Kids on the freaking soundtrack. What are we doing?
That'd be awesome.
What are we doing? Let's get them all up in here. But yes, we'll do one last little outros before we get out of here. Remember to subscribe to my channel. I have a Stray Kids playlist, and we definitely checked out plenty of different genres, not just K-pop related too, so you could kind of go wherever your heart fills. We'll start over here on my left this time.
What's cracking, everybody? My name is Louis. My channel is Louis Listens. You can find me on YouTube or Patreon, where I do mostly, like, if I'm in the K-pop world, BTS. But if you come by and ask me to do more things, I probably will.
Ooh.
Thanks for having me.
Always.
Brrr, what is up, y'all? My name is Derek the Designer. If you follow me on Instagram, I will follow you back. I promise. If you message me, I will message you back. We could have a full-blown conversation. Let's go.
He wants to conversate. I'll jump in that conversation too. I like to conversate.
We'll have a threesome.
We'll all jump in the comments together. I am Joel, 2 Fly High Side. Check out the Joel Show on YouTube. Subscribe, please. I need subscribers. Thank you. Love you. Thank you, Kiwi. Appreciate
Always.
you.
Yes, links are always in the description. You could literally click on the link. You could search it, whatever your heart feels. We all have our own little thing going. So more than a little thing at this point. I mean, Stray Kids. Wow, Street Champs was literally.
I got a little thing.
Straight champs.
I got a little thing.
Street Champs is literally about to hit 100K. So definitely go check all the links. Subscribe. We appreciate all the love. And shoot, I'm excited to hear plenty of more where Stray Kids goes. Stand up at the comments, and remember, do not worry about the things you can't control. And we'll see y'all next reaction.